Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video is going to be a knife from OKnife. This is not necessarily a new knife, but they have some new colors and options available for this knife. And this is the Duron. So recently, OKnife sent me out this Ion that I checked out, and they asked if they could send me this one as well. So I'm going to start out by saying they did send me this for free. I did not buy this knife, but I'm not paid by them in any way. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving them my feedback and what I think about this knife. And as I said in that video, I am not a knife expert. I am more of a tool guy. But I thought that this one looked really nice. I saw it over on Last Best Tool, and I decided I'd go ahead and check this one out as well. So I'm just going to do an unboxing. So this is how it came to me in the box. I'm going to open the box. I'm going to show you what you get, show you the features of it, and then again, hopefully you can decide if it's the right knife for you. But let's go ahead and unbox this thing and take a look at it. So again, we're looking at the Duron knife, not a new knife. This is the navy blue color. That's what's new about this one. It weighs in at 90 grams or 3.17 ounces, has that OAL handle and then a Nitro V blade, as you can see right there. Back side of the package, you can see navy blue up there on that barcode, also made in China. We'll get it out of the package itself. OKnife and Olight both always do a good job on their packaging, in my opinion. It's always nice. Inside of there, you're going to get this pouch. I think it measures in at 5.5 inches or something along those lines, and then 2.5 that way. So just to give you an idea, you know, kind of there it is in my hand, but in case you got an idea of you might want to stick this in a certain spot, you'd have that as well. And then inside of here, this is the last part of that, you're going to get a cloth and also the instructions. So you do get a cloth that comes with it before we get into the actual case of the knife. Let me see if there's anything in here. Here's some measurements and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that kind of technical information about the knife, here's basically all the sheets that's inside of there. That's going to give you all that information. So now let's go ahead and get into this. So if we open this up, and on the outside before I open it, it does have like the, I guess that's considered the loop side of like some Velcro. So maybe you could stick some stuff on there. Has a zipper opener inside of here. Besides the knife, you're also going to get this coin right here, which pretty hefty as far as the coin itself. This side here has Duron OKnife folding pocket knife with a snake, and then the knife there on that side, and then over here it has Outdoor Elite and OKnife there. So if you like to get coins and stuff like that, this comes with that as well. Or maybe you want to now use this for all the important decisions in your life. You can decide to flip it and say, you know, Cobra is yes and OKnife is no, and then make all your decisions that way and see how that pans out for you. And then we're going to get the knife itself, what you're here for basically. Again, this is the navy blue color. I did see these over on Last Best Tool, as I said, and I like this color the best out of all of them. I think that's what he said too. I didn't ask him for a particular color. I just said you can send me one if you want to. So again, made of OAL. Here is the knife. It has that thumb stud as far as the release mechanism. That's a little bit different than the Ion that has this little backwards or spot on the back, little flipper where you just flip that open. I kind of prefer this. And again, I'm not a knife expert. I can tell you that many times. I don't hardly ever even use knives that have these anymore. I've went to the push button fastback and all that kind of stuff. But this one has that thumb stud, and essentially you have to kind of put even pressure on it to make it flick open. Mine doesn't flick open super easy. If you just press on one side, it almost has to be that, you know, perfect balance of how you get it. And I'm not very good at, you know, flicking that open real fast. So y'all might make fun of me, I guess, in the comments below, but this isn't a type of knife that I normally would use. But that's what kind of flipper it has, if that's what you like. Like, I got it to flip open pretty fast one time out of all the times that I've done it. I almost always get it to kind of just open. Yeah, like right there. Finally got it that way. So a little bit of an edit as far as that being hard to open. That's out of the box. You know, I just took it out of the box. I was showing it to you. You can see how much pressure I put on my thumb right there. It will eventually open up as it is, but not super fast or super easy. Like, I can't just hit it with my thumb. Every now and then you'll catch it. It will be just like that. But it does have these little screws right here that take a torque screwdriver. I'll loosen them up ever so slightly, and that's made a world of difference. So maybe you're going to get yours. If you buy one, it might be super tight out of the box as well, but that's a big difference. Like, boom, right there. Now I can just flick that open. A little bit better option right there. A little bit better. So I did find that out after the video, but I want to make sure and throw that in here to let you guys know that. Now let's get back to the video. This is much easier, in my opinion, to sit here and do that. So that's what I like. This has that same closer mechanism where you're going to press on that to push that out. and then start to close it, and then it closes pretty simple. So again, the opening is a little bit different, a little bit harder, not as easy for me personally, but again, I'm used to a fastback push button. This right here definitely easier in my opinion. Now this is definitely a bigger knife of the bunch compared to the Ion, so bigger blade, same kind of coloring and all that kind of stuff like that. Again, this is a drop point blade with a nitro V steel and a black finish. So there's kind of that fit and finish on that. But overall, I think it's a nice knife, probably more useful because of the size of it than maybe this one, the Ion, but it just depends on what you're going for. This one's definitely a lot slimmer of a knife, a lot smaller of a knife. Again, I much prefer this over the thumb, but maybe you're a person who absolutely loves these as well. But again, that's the OKnife Duron in the navy blue. They also have it in stealth gray, and then their original color, I believe, is kind of similar to this in that olive green. I'm just letting you know that they've got new colors. That's kind of the idea of what they wanted me to let you know. There are new options for this, so if you are a knife connoisseur and you've bought a Duron before and you really like it and it's kind of your go-to knife, they now have a couple different colors that you can pick from as well. Or if you haven't bought any of these and now you see it and you think that's kind of the kind of knife I like to use, this might be an option that's there for you. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Let me know if this is the kind of style of knife you use, if you prefer the thumb stud, if you prefer that back flipper, or if you prefer one that's got a push button or something on it. Let me know that in the comments below. As always, I hope this video was interesting. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed day. I'll see you on the next video.